Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. Let's get it. The Navigator today. Let's go. I don't know. How you doing today? How's it going? I don't know where I was going with that eye. That's not how I start these. How are you today? I hope you are doing well. Me? I'm okay. I have been getting absolutely bodied in Monster Train lately. I have not won in like 10 or 11 runs. We're on the forest. Great. Good outcome here. But I've been losing a lot of runs of Monster Train in a row, and it's very discouraging. However, that's okay, because lose is improve, or something like that. Realistically, why am I losing so many runs of Monster Train? It's the same problem that I have. Somehow I've managed to not have this happen to me in Ratropolis, but like once I start to get comfortable with a game, I start to play it, especially with streaming it. I start to just play it without focusing on the game. I just focus on like not the game, and I don't really give a full amount of thought to every decision, and then, you know, whoops, I accidentally played this unit in the wrong place. Whoops, I accidentally took this trial and it kills me. All of a sudden, we're dead. Somehow I have stopped myself from having that happen to me in Ratropolis. I wonder if it's purely because I record these and don't stream it ever. Because I really, like, I don't think I have that problem in Ratropolis. I give everything a good enough amount of thought. I've managed to keep myself in check with this game. And I still lose it. Crossbow. Hello. Maybe snap picking Crossbow here isn't the greatest. However, you know, that right there is the exact look at. Wow, that's incredible. I've shown the exact problem I often have, which is basically snap picking things and just like snap decision making, right? I could have taken 3 seconds to go, is it right to take Crossbow here? However, I mean, after thinking about it for 3 seconds, yeah, probably, because like Crossbow's gonna be pretty good. It is the forest. If we stack up enough of them, he's going to hold it down. My philosophy is that often you need to take something that helps your economy or something that is just like really... Crossbow helps my economy because he kills enemies before they kill my units, which is economical for the fact that I don't have to play out more units, right? That's the reasoning there. I should have taken this adventure sooner. Yeah, it was nothing. But that's... you know, bad habit. I don't click this button enough. I don't like taking quests, honestly. It's a cool mechanic, but on hard, I really don't like adding quests into my deck unless they're like, I will have this out within like 2 waves. Maybe I don't even play guards here. I'm probably going to want to focus... oh god, we got greedy. Ugh. So we just remove these cheeses as fast as possible now. Going to want to focus on building out crossbows. Greedy, ugh. Maybe if we get Taxman, this will be less disgusting. It's not the end of the world, right? This isn't a Doomsdayer pickup, but this is probably the second worst advisor in the game. So maybe getting like a late game land schnecked would be worse. Just like a late game military advisor, but this is like a permanent negative. That's just like it impacts your early economy a ton. Oh my goodness. We can take that, we'll come back and threaten the city because we have Crossbow. However, Crossbow does not one-shot the Plague Rats. But the main reason we can take this is because it's early. It's very... we are at like... it'll be done before the second set of waves hits, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I wonder if you can delay that event from popping up. Do you think that's possible? Do you think I could like hover over a card at the end of every wave to try and stop that event from popping up? Because I've seen you can maybe do that, and you may be like, what's the point of that? And it would be to desynchronize the enemy spawn, the Plague Rat spawns from the wave spawns, right? Because they spawn in roughly the same time as a major wave spawns. And so, yeah, right, so I could maybe do something like that. We are about to see the exact major problem that you have with this, which is that my militia are going to sit back and not attack, right? They're just going to chill. This is where this event catches you. I'm waiting because I want to put this wall down, by the way. Right, thankfully it was the earlier version, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Down to 5 cards, everything's okay here. See, now I'm trying hard in Ratropolis because I've been losing so much in Monster Train. But that's not what this series is about, now is it? And that's a recipe for me losing this run and then going, ah shit, what the hell? And then just feeling angry. Hopefully I don't lose this run. However, this is not a one run by any measure. It's a solid start, but we have a ways to go here. The plague event is very scary, but if I can get up to like 5 crossbows, we'll walk out of this section pretty confidently. And then from there, you know, it's just building up. But our guards, as you can see, are having an absolute bad one. Probably to the point where I'm just going to stop even picking them up and like playing them. Watchtower's fine. This will help. I could have taken Battle Cry as well. I think it's the best thing to do here to upgrade Crossbow so that they one-shot Plague Rats for me. I think it's probably the way to go. Ooh. Oh wow. I got sunburned. What the hell? I have not been sunburned in so long. That's crazy. I honestly forgot that you can even be sunburned. So I cut the yard yesterday. And yeah, wow. It's just, that doesn't happen to me. I never get sunburned. I don't know why. Probably because I don't go outside for long enough periods of time to trigger the sun burning me. But still, like, wow. It's not, like, it's just my skin on my arms is warm. Just on one arm, actually, too. It's just on my left arm, not even on my right arm. It's a very light sunburn. It's, like, very light pink. It's crazy. I can't actually remember the last time I had sunburn. Now the thing is, I'm just gonna keep bugging it and, like, irritating it for the rest of the day. Because now I recognize that it's there. If I didn't know, it would be like nothing happened. This World Tree, the Seeds of the World Tree event's actually going to set me up for like for life here, right? Because I'm just going to be able to. Well, never mind. I have no money. Haha. Haha. I have no money. Crossbows, you gotta reload faster, dude. They're coming. Holy shit! They actually get so liquefied. Look at how fast they're dying. Oh my god. It's doomed. I didn't get enough of them. This better be the end of the plague. I think it is. I think it's the end of the plague. I need money here. Is that not the end of the plague? Okay, the mist is receding. That is the end of the plague. We are okay. So the plague event lasts you 6 waves. We took that at the end of wave 3 and it ended at the beginning, or at the end of it. I guess it's 5 waves, huh? The last one of them spawns on wave 8. Need a card. What would I even donate here? I guess I could donate Potter, right? This card only generates me like, what is that, 23 gold at this point? Hinge my income on something else. Hinge my income on getting a better income card, I suppose. Yeah, we'll build a house. It's not good. Like, this run is not good. But it's okay. I'm very glad I took Crossbow here, because we definitely would have died to that plague event. Or had to take population down. Either of these options would not be ideal. But yeah, not a whole lot going on, as you can probably imagine, in the daily life of me. Kinda, you know, taking it easy. The world is opening up, which means I'm looking into things to do with my spare time right now, which I do have a decent amount of. A flood and a plague at this point is kind of nuts. The flood actually maybe is the wrong pickup here because I have no money. Yeah, I think it was wrong to take that. These are just going to be in the deck for a while. But yeah, it's not exactly, you know, looking for a job right now is obviously not exactly the easiest thing to do, considering like almost everyone is looking for a job right now. I'm probably gonna try to do Uber Eats because that seems like something that I can do. My friend is doing it and he's telling me it's good. So I'll probably look for that. But yeah, I gotta wait. Greedy's actually gonna come in clutch here because we have raise tax. Thank God I didn't play this flood first, right? Thank you, Greedy. I don't have enough money to play this. you know, probably doing something like that, and just the big thing about that too is like is you build your own schedule, so I can do it. I'm planning on starting college here in like 2 months, so I don't really like the idea of applying for jobs with the end game being, hey, I'm applying for this job and I will be quitting in 2 months. You know, I like to be like, yeah, I'll be here. Better to take the money. Removing the card is worth 75 gold. I like to be able to be like, yeah, I'll be here for a little while, at least. Like, at least like a few months. But if I get a call back from someone and they're like, hey, we want to hire you, you know, sure. Yeah. The big thing about doing delivery, of course, is I'm going to be back in the food service industry, which I both love and hate. It is a love and hate relationship. No egg. Mainly love because you get to meet a lot of crazy people, and hate because you get to meet a lot of crazy people. Oh, Crossbow is tearing it up on this map. What the hell? 8 Crossbows just holds these waves for me. He is going insane. My man. Removal. I'm gonna take a house. But yeah, that's really all I've been up to. What have you been up to? I hope you're doing something cool. Anything exciting now that the world's reopening? By the way, don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily the biggest proponent of the world reopening at this time. I think that this is probably going to lead to some more unfortunate outcomes. However, I am not the one who controls this. So, you know, what I think about this doesn't really matter, does it? It's not, what I do think is I'm definitely not going to any fucking restaurants anytime soon, let me tell you what. Like, no, he does not. I'm definitely not going out to eat anytime soon. However, you know, they say it's safe. I'll still be wearing my mask. I'll still be taking proper precautions. But I will be hopefully doing something within a few weeks. Plus, if I get into delivery, that'll add a ton of great things for me to talk about in these videos and on stream. Just think about all of the crazy people I'll meet doing delivery. Wouldn't that be great? It's just pure content, if I'm being honest with you. But we'll see. I shouldn't play that there. For now, we're just waiting. Waiting to hear back, waiting for the call. And playing Ratropolis. Why the hell not? Am I right? I'm right. Warehouse, the change, like all of the arts that have changed are like mostly the same, and I can handle it. Warehouse I cannot handle. This card looks so different, and I can never recognize it when I look at it for the first time. Thankfully, we're on the forest here, so we have. Well, for that, probably the main reason I snap picked Crossbow, right? He dominates this map, except for I do need to build up a guard stack to deal with the doom upon our world that is bosses. Or just pick up a banner rat. Honestly, probably just pick up a horn. Like, this is probably a good thing to grab here. Throw this down, and it'll hopefully put in some good work. Now, I have been playing on autopilot, and playing on autopilot has led me to not raise tax properly. You have to wait. You have to take it easy. But yeah, since these guys have 28 health, you can get there pretty easily, it looks like. Crossbow still dominates the forest. Yep, he sure does. 1 cash in, please, of tax. Thank you. And now we're there. We have now made it to the redraw zone. I'm going up to 10, right? Much beyond wave 20. What am I going to do with Crossbow Rat? This is the question. Beyond wave 20, what is he doing? Because you need a lot more. At 6 per attack with the enemies having around 150 health, you need a lot more crossbows to kill everything in 1 round. Which means I'm going to need to give him Banner Rat, or I'm going to just need to commit like 1 billion population to him, right? Either option. And remember to play raise tax when I'm cycling through like this, by the way. But we're probably just gonna power out guards, take it easy here. You know, a pretty straightforward standard run. It's what the horn's here for. Just blow the horn on the boss wave and hope it works. We'll see. We'll see. We had a few episodes where I came in here and I was like, "Ooh, buddy, I got a ton of things to talk about." Today, not really anything, you know? It's been a slow day, quiet day. Woke up not too long ago. I actually recorded Monster Train first, because as I said, been getting blasted in Monster Train. And I wanted to see if I could not get blasted in that game. I did. I did get very blasted. It wasn't good. However, oh, you know, this video does come up first. Oh well. Maybe I don't, I mean, what can I say? I guess I should record these chronologically as a result of this, right? Or could this all be a big ploy? Maybe my recognition that I've spoiled a video for later today is all a part of a big ploy and I've been pulling one over on you. Did I even look at this? I did look at this. It had a house. I don't know. It's just, I lost, like I said, I've lost a lot of runs of that game in a row now. On stream, I lost every run last night, which was not a good feeling. It really is a game where it's hard for me to tell, is it like, oh, did I just have a run of bad luck, or did I, you know, or did I have something else happen here? I'm not sure. 7, 10, 10, I guess we just kinda, I think we're just playing guards at this point. Playing guards, playing houses, playing race tax. If I don't get my banner out, I'm interested to see if this run still wins. However, you know, I think, as I've said, I often find myself into this position in this game where I go, if I don't get banner out, I'm going to lose on wave 20, and then in that line of thinking, I don't set myself up to win through wave 20, right? I just die early. So in this case, we're just going to power out as many guards as we can and not leave the population open. Even though we live to wave 20, I think that beating wave 20 without a big guard stack here is going to be a question. Not necessarily a good question that I want to ask, but a question. Should probably put down more shield rats. The boss does burn through them very quickly. Well, I don't have to make many choices if they don't give me many choices, huh? We just keep taking houses. It's pretty sweet. I guess like the horn, what's this cooldown? 60 seconds? I can just land this on every boss wave, I think. Pretty sure you can land this on every boss wave. I did turn my sound back down. I had to boost the levels for the review videos with Cranberry. I got the report that the videos Cranberry is getting a little drowned out by me. It's not too bad, mind you, but it's bad enough to be of note. But what I do is I have the audio in my videos. Like my recording setup is very weird, and it's just how I do it. It's not that weird, right? I just have the levels slightly lower than normal. I have my speakers set to be like my speakers, which is just like my main audio source, is set to be like minus 6.5 decibels, and my microphone is set to be negative 2.2. Now, the reason my microphone is set to be lower, even though I am at a pretty like reasonable pace overall, oh yeah, you guys gotta move, I almost forgot, is because when I started streaming, and even to this day, despite me being very hard to hear overall, the software, Streamlabs, tells me that I'm closing in on like peaking my microphone and deafening people, which is wrong. I now know this. I've had plenty of people tell me like, hey, you're super quiet. Actually, it hasn't been so bad ever since I got the Blue Yeti. Upgrading the microphone and getting the ability to adjust the gain has put me into a position where I'm able to manage my audio pretty well. However, I will say with certainty my least favorite part of streaming is dealing with audio. It is such a nightmare, sound balancing and dealing with, especially in games like Ratropolis, where it's like, hey, remember how everything was nice and quiet? Well, here's 1,500 units all beating their face into one wall. Enjoy. Plums? Nah, we have so much population. And we have a tax plan. I've done this before where, whoops, did I just take slums when I'm playing a tax plan? I sure didn't, because I have overcome that line of play. You can see, just raise tax. Raise tax is basically the reason that you play, or the way that I play anyway. Because it lets you set like this, right? Just, oh hey, I have like 5 cards. 15 cards. I have 5 cards, and I just play them with raise tax being one of them, and I just generate money, right? It's free real estate. Is all it is. It's one of the stronger economy plans that lets you overcome basically every challenge in this game because you are able to just play all of your cards, right? It lets me aggressively pick up something like Battlecry and have it reasonably replace Banneret. Although I gotta say, Battlecry does just give a flat +2, whereas Banneret, as we saw recently, doesn't necessarily just give a +2. He does some other stuff. This is a worthless chest. Huh. Right, because he fluctuates it strangely, I've noticed. I pointed it out in the video recently. Wonder why it is that way. We can probably start firing these waves off, actually. You know what? Why not? See if we can get a 25-minute win in here. This is a pretty fast episode, though, all things considered. Even if this isn't a 25-minute win, this is a pretty fast one, right? We're going faster than 1 wave per minute, which is very, like, 1 wave per minute is the game standards. Right? It's roughly, I've counted somewhere in this 50 to 60 second range for each wave. And I typically determine that based on in-game, because determining it by in-game time is weird, but the horn has a 60-second cooldown and you can play it with pretty much every wave. You get about 15 seconds when the wave indicator pops up. There's a lot of ways you can triangulate this to be the answer that I have found. But overall, it's pretty fast. I can't get cocky. We don't just win straight up. I do need to make sure that I am battle crying. And we're against the turtle. Very cool. This boss, like this mini boss, does do like so much damage to frontline. He eats your frontline like crazy. I've passed Duck twice, but it's because I don't think I need him. I think he's good here? Nah, because I don't really have the frontline to utilize him, and he's going to often just stick enemies outside of my guard's attack range, which isn't ideal. In my opinion, anyway. The forest is maybe a longer map just because you can't fire off waves rapid fire like I may wish to. Because they do spawn so... like... what is the word? They spawn so sparsely, I guess is a way to put it. Spaced out, another option here. Whatever cadence you want to put on this. Whichever word is your word of choosing here. Okay. After not getting military, or not getting building, we want to get economy because we already got the bad economy one. Hey, taxman. It doesn't matter, right? There's not a bad one there. Even if it gives me a shitty unit, it just gets added to the pile. As you can see, Battlecry raise tax is all I need to do. Look at our guards. We have like 30 guards built up at this point. I don't need to play any more units. Wow, they really are spaced out like crazy. I see what they mean, because they said something in one of the recent patches where it was like they changed it so that the enemies spawn differently or something. Again, they like changed unit spawn spacing once again. Which has in the past been disastrous, or it has been, or like nothing, right? It's either been like, oh, this is horrible, or it's been, oh, this is like whatever. That horn is important. When they hit on both sides, it's important to make sure that I'm trying to battle cry both sides as well as I can here. I lost a militia. RIP, buddy. One more militia that doesn't see retirement. It'd be a great run for a pickup of like labor command or work, just so I don't even have to battle cry. Actually, I could call to arms and bring that militia back to life. This would be a good one for that, but it doesn't look like it's going to be in the cards. Unless I'll just look for it, right? We fish. 2 reuses, huh? I guess I should have picked up reuse. Because reuse Battlecry is pretty cool. It's a good combo that's gonna make things a little bit easier. Oh, there goes all that militia. Goodbye, my friends. Every time I say goodbye, my friends, I just Cold as Winter by Kanye West in my brain. On loop. Except it's not friends, it's just friend in that song. It is goodbye, my friend. I will never love again. Something about that song. I like it. It's like I like Kanye's voice on that song a lot. There's labor command. Very cool. Very cool, Kanye. Thank you. The double Kanye references. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? But this is of course a classic setup you can do at home. The old labor command horn. Don't worry, I really hope I didn't name this episode Very Horny. Because that's just like, what the hell? that's really just a what the hell. If I did, if you look at this title and this is a episode is titled Very Horny, please leave me a comment going, just what the fuck. Look at those labor commands. Really? This many labor commands doesn't make this instant, huh? Kind of surprising. That many works would do it, right? For sure. Population I don't need. I basically just want to go up to 30. 10, 30, 20 is all I want to do here. Yeah, like I don't need any of this at this point. We're there, right? We have our play. It's not a particularly good play because it's kind of boring to watch. Because I do just end up clicking this battle cry. Or not this battle cry, this horn a lot. And I could use 2 card removals just to make it better. Why are you guys doing 1? Oh, it was 11. You know, in my brain I was like, that must be 11, right? And I saw it dip and it was 11. Because it's reuse battle cry is 6 and then horn is 5. I only really even need 1 horn per round, right? If I throw down 1 horn per round of combat, it's fine. I try to avoid runs that look like this, where it's just me staring at a building over and over. It's why we don't really take labor command all that often. Banneret wants to join us now, but you're a little late, buddy. You're a little late, bub. Crossbows are important to have here, just to like having a. I think one of the important things is having a strong mid lane unit, just so you don't lose if the enemy shows up and has an AoE archer outside of your range, right? Was walking. Hey, I'm walking he. It's actually better not to labor command at this point, right? Reuse battle cry is more efficient than reuse labor command for attack. And this has to be the turtle, so we don't need to play around it being the owl. There is no other option. My brain didn't recognize that I had battle cry in hand there. When you see the turtle type lizard, I have never seen it not be the turtle afterward. There is a chance, maybe I'm incorrect, however I've never seen it. I've never seen myself be wrong about this. So, as a result. This turtle's actually kind of tough here. He's gonna maybe give me a run for my money. Because our guards can't really put down the damage you would like to see here. Right, it is all crossbows. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen him regen before summoning, huh? That's crazy. This is a boss that does typically get to survive for longer than every other boss because he has projectile defense. I hope they do something to make bosses a little more threatening on this portion of the game. Like, the turtle I think is the proper power level, right? If they give a boss full projectile defense, it gets to be overwhelming, but, you know. The turtle has like that half cover, so half of your shots still hit. I think he's probably the most. He's the strongest Wave 30 boss, and I think he's the best Wave 30 boss as well for that, because he's like the Wave 30 bosses often feel like a joke. Looking at you, desert foxes. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.